Jesus began his work. He performed a lot of miracles. He heals the lepers, he raises the dead to life, gave sight to the blind, and with this, more and more people came to see him. Large crowds have followed Jesus. They have believed that Jesus is the Son of the living God, and this made the leaders to be mad. They want Jesus to be killed. At the time of Passover, the chief priests and the nation's leaders were meeting at the home of Caiaphas the high priest. They planned how they could sneak around and have Jesus arrested and put him to death.
That man was a fraud.
That man was
a fraud!
Jesus went his disciples to a place called Gethsemane. When they got there, he told them,
"Sit here where I go over there and pray."
Jesus knelt with his face to the ground and prayed,
My Father, if it is possible, don't make me suffer by drinking from this cup, but do what you want, and not what I want. My Father, if there is no other way, and I must suffer, I will still do what you want.
Finally, Jesus returned to his disciples and said,
Wake up! Wake up! Are you still sleeping and resting? The time has come for the Son of Man to be handed over to sinners. Get up! Let's go. The one who will betray me is already here.
Jesus was still speaking when Judas the betrayer came up. He was one of the 12 disciples. A large mob armed with swords and clubs was with him. They had been sent by the chief priest and the nation's leaders. Judas had told them ahead of time.
Arrest the man I greet with a kiss.
Judas walked right up to Jesus and said,
Hello, teacher.
Then Judas kissed him.
My friend, why are you here?
The man grabbed Jesus and arrested him. One of Jesus' followers pulled out a sword. He struck the servant of the high priest and cut off his ear.
Put your sword away. With swords and clubs to arrest me like a criminal. Day after day I sat and thought in the temple, and you did not arrest me. But this all happened, so that what the prophet's word could come true.
All of Jesus' followers, disciples, left him and ran away. After Jesus had been arrested, he was led off to the house of Caiaphas the high priest. The chief priests and the whole council wanted to put Jesus to death. So they tried to find some people who would tell lies about him in court. But they could not find any. The high priest stood up and asked Jesus,
You say something in your own defense. Don't you hear the charges they are making against you?
Jesus did not answer.
With the living God looking on, you must tell the truth. Tell us, are you the Messiah, the Son of God?
That is what you say. But I tell you soon, you will see the Son of Man sitting on the right side of God on power and coming in the clouds of heaven.
This man claims to be God. We don't need any more witnesses. You have heard what we said. What do you think? He is guilty and deserves to die.
Then they spit in his face and hit him with their fists. Others slapped him and said,
You think you are the Messiah, so tell us, who hit you?
Early the next morning, All the chief priests and the nation's leaders met and decided that Jesus should be put to death. They tied him up and led him away to Pilate the governor.
Are you king of the Jews?
Those are your words.
Don't you hear what crimes they say you have done?
But Jesus did not say anything, and the governor was greatly amazed. During Passover, the governor always freed a prisoner by the people. At the time, a well-known terrorist named Barabbas was in jail. So when the crowd came together, Pilate asked them,
Which prisoner do you want me to set free? Do you want Barabbas or Jesus who is called the Messiah?
Barabbas! 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 While Pilate was judging the case, his wife sent him a message. It said, Don't have anything to do with that innocent man. I have had nightmares because of him.
Which of these two men do you want me to set free? What am I to do with Jesus who is called Messiah? Nail him to
To a cross! Nail him to a cross! Nail him to a cross!
But what crime has he done?
Nail him to a cross! Nail him to a cross! Nail him to a cross!
Pilate saw that there was nothing he could do and that people were starting to riot. So he took some water and washed his hands in front of them and said,
I won't have anything to do with killing this man. You are the ones doing it.
We and our own families will take the blame of his death.
The governor's soldiers led Jesus into the fortress and brought together the rest of the troops. They stripped off Jesus' clothes and put a scarlet robe on him. They made a crown of thorn branches and placed it on his head. And they put a stick in his right hand. The soldiers knelt down and pretended to worship him. They made fun of him and shouted,
Hey, you king of Jews!
Then they spit on him. They took the stick from him and beat him on the head with it. When the soldiers had finished making fun of Jesus, they took off the robe. They put his own clothes back on him and led him off to be nailed to a cross. They came to a place named Golgotha, which means place of skull. The soldiers nailed Jesus to a cross and gambled to see who would get his clothes. Then they sat down to guard him. Above his head, they put a sign that told why he is nailed there. It read, "This is Jesus, the King of Jews." The soldiers also nailed two criminals on the crosses, one to the right of Jesus, the other to his left. People who passed by said terrible things about Jesus. Even the chief priest, the leaders and the teachers of the law of Moses almost made fun of Jesus.
So you're the one who claimed you could tear down the temple and build it again in 3 days. If you are God's son, save yourself and come down from the cross. He saved others, but he can save himself. If he is the king of Israel, he should come down from the cross. Then we'll believe him. He trusted God, so let God save him. If he wants to, he even said he was God's son.